11 frames to 9, Patsy Fagan leads Doug Mountjoy to break.
And so we come to the 21st frame of this 23-frame final for the United Kingdom Professional Snooker Championship 1977, with breaking off here Doug Mountjoy, trailing by 2 frames against the 26-year-old Irishman now at the table, Patsy Fagan. Fagan, making his debut into top-flight snooker and indeed on television, requires this 1 frame for the title. He's played some brilliant snooker throughout the final, keeping the more experienced Mountjoy tied up, potting when necessary. Mountjoy, on the other hand, has played extremely well, but hasn't been able to overcome this young man who has nothing to lose
1
and is out to take the title. Mountjoy, who has disposed of the world snooker champion John Spencer and indeed the controversial Alex Hurricane Higgins on his way to this final, the more experienced of the 2 players, is now in a very disadvantaged situation, trailing by 2 frames, requiring 3 to take the title to add to his
6
already Benson and Hedges Masters title.
Seven. $12. $13.
Just takes the red away from the black.
$20.
Now Doug has split the reds all over the table. If he can gain position, he could be in for a big break. But not like that.
21, Doug Mountjoy.
Obviously disgusted with himself as the young Irishman, Southern Ireland's professional snooker champion, turned professional just 12 months ago.
1.
Onto the blue, the reds so nicely split.
$6.
This is the frame that Fagan is looking for, to give him the United Kingdom title and a first prize of some £2,000.
$7.
Pink into the top. Playing with great confidence.
$13.
He's unlucky. Just caught the red as he was coming across the table. It's a good one.
$17. $18.
And so Fagan goes into the lead with that pink.
24.
24 points to 21, requiring this frame.
25.
Great performance by this 26-year-old Irishman.
$31.
A steady red
32.
to give himself the black.
$39. $40.
Break now 40. And still 4 reds there. Mountjoy must be seeing the title slide away from him as Fagan here takes red
47.
colour, and there is a rather dejected Doug Mountjoy.
48. $54.
He's looking at the scoreboard, in fact. 54 points to 21. 33 points in front. And in fact 3 reds on, which means there's a possible 51 points on the table. Fagan here has joined the 147 club. He's made a maximum break of 147 and has, throughout his brilliant amateur career, made and compiled some 1,000 snooker centuries. Two rather difficult last reds. That's well done. Can he go out in a blaze of glory with a 100 break and the title, the £2,000 and the silver trophy that goes with it?
$63.
He now has to get position on this last difficult red. It was bad luck for Fagan, but he now leads, as you see, 63 points to 21, 42 points in front, and in fact only 35 points on the table. This last red, the black and all the colours. Doug Mountjoy, the Benson Hedges Masters champion, the runner-up in pot black this year, has to be content, I feel, certainly at the moment, with second place in the United Kingdom Professional Snooker Championship for 1977. Doug, who has been professional now for some 3 years, has had a brilliant run in his professional career. But the young men in snooker today must come forward, and surely we shall see a lot more of the 26-year-old Irishman, Patsy Fagan. A good snooker from Mountjoy there. Fagan, of course, will take good care not to leave a free ball if he misses the red. For a free ball could give extra points to Mountjoy. Now, as I say that, I am ridiculed completely. A complete change of fortune. 7 points away to start with and a free ball. It puts Mountjoy back into this frame.
Patsy Fagan 63, Doug Mountjoy 28.
28. A difference of 35 points, and Mountjoy with a free ball, which means he can take any colour he likes. It'll count 1 point. He's then onto a colour and then back onto the red. No. Well, I'm sure the thoughts of Doug Mountjoy are at the moment unprintable. Where's the cue ball going? No, we're all right. Mountjoy here can still tie. He can take this red, the black, and all the colours. 35 points in it. 35 points on the table. Struggling to stay in the final. That is, the final of the United Kingdom Professional Snooker Championship being played here at the Tower Circus, Blackpool for the first time in many, many years. And there is a very cool, calm and collected 26-year-old Irishman looking forward to another few moments when he hopes he will be able to pick up a cheque for £2,000 and the title of UK Professional Snooker Champion. Attempting the snooker. Mountjoy, of course, cannot afford to miss this red. Well, in fact, I didn't think he could see it, but obviously he could. He's left almost a Chinese snooker, that is, that Fagan has got to get right over the top of the blue. And there's a snooker. That's unlucky for Mountjoy. The Reds caught the lip of the pocket and set the balls up for this young Irishman. to clean up, in fact. All balls nicely spaced on the table.
One.
This championship, sponsored by Super Crystal 8, makers of the world's billiard balls, offering a first prize of £2,000 to the winner, £1,400 to the runner-up. And it is the young Irishman Patsy Fagan who, on his way to this final, defeated his fellow countryman Jack Ray and then took care of the former world champion Fred Davis. He went on to defeat Jim Meadowcroft and then John Virgo to finally fight out this final against the Welshman Doug Mountjoy.
$13.
That is not so clever.
17.
Not that Patsy Fagan is now worried. Leading 80 points to 28 and needing just this frame for the title. He is there. Plays a snooker. And in fact, Mountjoy has conceded, like the sportsman that Mountjoy is, the champion then for the United Kingdom. 1977 is the 26-year-old Irishman Patsy Fagan, who now lives in London. The presentation being made by the one and only Joe Davis.
Gentlemen, I'm sure you will agree with me, it's been the most exciting contest, and I must congratulate Mr. Fagan on winning this event. This is his major.
Into the picture there comes promoter Mike Watterson.
I think he's to be congratulated on winning this first event.
And so it is. Commiserations to Doug Mountjoy of Wales.
I must commiserate with Doug Mountjoy. He's had tremendous success in the last 2 or 3 years. And he's not been disgraced by any means here in this competition this week. He's played magnificently, and it's a pity that there haven't been 2 winners. That's all I've got to say. But there's always got to be a loser. I had many second prizes. You all have to hear. And but I well remember the United Kingdom Billiards Championship that we used to have. We didn't have a snooker championship. And I lost the billiards championship to Walter Lindrum, and when he won it, he was taking the cup back to Australia, and he said, "Well, I shan't let this leave Australia when I get it back there." So then they formed the United Kingdom Billiards Championship. But I don't remember anything like a cup. I don't think the Billiards Association had enough money to buy a cup in those days. The chairman of the association, I know he lived somewhere around Trafalgar Square, but I think he was never able to travel much further than Leicester Square. But anyway, we had a lot of fun, and I don't know what's happened to the trophy. I think my brother won it the last time, and if he gets hold of anything, he keeps it, I can promise you. Anyway, congratulations. Wonderful show. You put up a great... This magnificent trophy will be held for a year. There's also a more important thing than that, round the back door in a moment, he'll receive a cheque for £2,000. Well, that's worth having. And of course, we're only trying to get a cheque for £1,400. So he's got no need to shed any tears. Anyway, now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Jim Cameron, the managing director of the Composition Billiard Ball Supply Company, and the man that's responsible for making these super crystallite snooker balls. Here he is, Mr. Jim Cameron.
Thank you, Joe. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very glad to come here and to have taken our part in the Super Crystallite United Kingdom Professional Snooker Championships. Our appreciation goes to both players for giving us such an exciting and eventful snooker final. We have seen really interesting snooker all week,